Hello guys, before we start this video, I just want to give you guys a heads up that due to technical difficulties, we're gonna have to do some post-game commentary instead of live commentary. Now, if you're okay with that and you want to see more of that based off of the video that you just watched, then cool. I might go ahead and do some tweaks. Just let me know down in the comments below. But if not, then don't worry because it'll probably go back to normal by the next video, okay? Now, just keep that in mind before you get into the video. But with that being the case, let's get started. All right, so for the first match, we honestly didn't have that much going on in this match. There's a lot of learning, as you could probably tell. Seeing Audino in the game is very, very funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we have a Gardevoir, a Garchomp, and a Manectric. Very, very obvious what I have to do first. I have to light screen, I have to reflect, get my screens up first, just so I don't die at all. But I didn't get a chance to do reflect because Gardevoir is so strong. I was able to get a Thunder Punch off, and I tried getting a Flare Blitz off, but he ends up switching out into Greninja. Instead, I switch out into Clawitzer just to dodge any more of the Garchomp's attacks, but the Dragon Rush just does way too much damage. If I had gotten a reflect off, it wouldn't have done as much, but you know, it's like I said, a lot of learning was done here. So I ended up losing Clawitzer. I had to wait to switch out, and like I said, it's very valuable to have screens up. I've seen this strategy used a few times, but I feel like it's not everybody could just benefit from screens, you know? I ran Draining Kiss on Audino just so I could get some HP back on it, which it is a little bit useful for. So if you do want to run an Audino with like max special attack, max HP, or max defense, max special attack, it could be done and could be used to like get more more HP back. We have a lot of back and forth, a lot of switching going on right now. I go ahead and Thunder Punch the Feraligatr that ends up dying to the Garchomp, and I get very sad because I hate when I get my kills stolen from me. So I wait a little bit. I try to Ice Beam this guy. He tried to protect. I actually use a plus Ice Beam, which if you guys didn't know, protects don't completely, you know, guard you from plus moves, right? Switch it into Emboar just because I feel like I'm gonna die anyways. And go ahead and Mega Evolve just so that way I could get as much damage off as I possibly could before I did get knocked out. I see a Psychic from the Gardevoir, and I still was able to get my attack off even though I died. I don't know if I died from the Psychic or if I died from my recoil. I think it was the recoil actually. But yeah, so I get hit by Fly. Doesn't really do too much damage, like I said, because I have max defense investment. But of course, Manectric does a shit ton of damage even with my HP investment, you know. So I go ahead, I Mega Evolve. They couldn't hit me at all. I go ahead and get a Draining Kiss off on both Pokemon, which is also another thing that's huge with Draining Kiss or Drain moves in general, is that since it's an AoE type of move and it doesn't just hit one person, it gets way more HP back than you usually would. So you could use it as sort of a stall thing, but the issue is we don't have a lot of like 1v1s in this game, or like a match where, you know, the last Pokemon alive is what decides who wins or loses. It's like, okay, if you lose one Pokemon, that's it. So it does feel like it is a good strategy if the gameplay was just skewed just a little bit differently. Like if you just wanted to stall out and have as much Pokemon as possible. Of course, this is ranked with a timer and all that, and we didn't really get a lot of chances to, you know, do anything with Mega Audino, but it's okay because in the next match we actually do get to pop off a little bit. So in this match, I already saw they had Emboar, Metagross, and a Garchomp. He switches from Emboar into Clefable, which I wasn't really too pressed about. I hit the light screen up, hit the reflect, got to tank some damage. Didn't really mind that, but I did get a special attack drop, which kind of hurt. So I Calm Minded up just so I could go ahead, you know, some more damage. Dazzling did nothing, absolutely nothing. Strigalgy. I switched into my Emboar. He switches into his Emboar. We both see the Dramp, but they were like, all right, I'm gonna try to go ahead and Thunder Punch this Emboar. The Dramp Calm Minds, he's hit by a fucking close combat, and then there's 3 Emboars on my screen, and then I was like, what? Like, what's going on? And then Emboar just stops moving, and I was like, okay. So I hit him with a Thunder Punch. He died, and then I just kept going, right? I'm up by 2. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I see the Gyarados there. I tried Thunder Punching it and locking onto it. I did not lock on for some reason. So I switched in to Audino again. I see an opportunity to get some kills, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get my light screen reflex up. Don't know why I didn't just reflect up first. I feel like that's what I should have done. the first place, but I reflect up now. I mega evolve. I didn't get my calm mind off, unfortunately, but it's okay. I see that defense booster or X defense start coming out. I wait for my shot. I get my calm mind up. He dragon rushes, did not know that I was a fairy type, I guess. I dazzling gleam. I thought he was gonna get chased and then I was gonna dazzling gleam, but I just did it off right. But if you could tell, that AoE is huge. So I go in, I reflect again just so I can keep, you know, the rotations of the screens going. I run in on the Gyarados and get the knockout with the dazzling. I see the M board there. He switches out. I calm mind up again just to wait for my cooldowns to come out. I see the Clefable. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me just go ahead and dazzling gleam you too. And I did, and then it does clean up. Audino got 2 kills in one video. I could not be more happy and proud right now. Like, I trained you up perfectly. Like, you don't need all that investment, you know? So I look around, I'm seeing that there's a Metagross there. I'm like, okay, that's kind of scary because I'm a fairy type now. I don't want to just die. So I hit the reflect one more time just so I could like elongate the effects. He switches out into Garchomp. I switch out after that just because I'm like, you know what, taking way too much damage from this guy. But luckily with reflect, if I didn't have reflect, I would have died, thankfully. So with Audino being such a tank in this game, it worked out perfectly. I hit the Ice Beam. He switches into his Gyarados. I get burned actually, which is not that big of a deal, but it's also annoying. I don't want to really deal with that. So I go and get the healing item. He waterfalls me, does really nothing. I Ice Beam. I see a Thunderbolt coming for him, and then he ends up actually bouncing out of the way of the Thunderbolt. And then I see that there's no option for me right now. I have to kind of just run away because I can't switch out. Everybody's like way too fast. People got bullet punches, waterfalls, flare blitzes, all just able to chase me no matter what. Right? So I wait a little bit. I look around. I'm like, all right, I think I could just win this straight up. It's 15 seconds left on the clock. Not really a lot going on. I flare blitz the Metagross. I try to thunder punch. He ends up bouncing and then, or heavy slamming, I mean, and you know, just dies, I guess. And luckily I still had 4 points. Everybody else had 3 or 1. And I ended up winning the match. And it wasn't that much of like a hard fought battle, but it did point out to me that a lot of people just run the same exact sets, which we should know by now, right? We're on episode, this is what, episode 5 or 6 or whatever. Like, everybody's gonna be running the same sets because these are also good moves to have, honestly. Of course, we already know that. So going into the next battle, which was my favorite battle because it did show exactly how you should be using Mega Audino. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably not worth it to Mega Audino, but I mean, shit, if you want to be able to, you know, tank a dragon type attack, or, you know, just, you know, resist fighting type moves, or I guess you're not resisting it, it's gonna be more neutral. It might be worth it, you know? So I see a Garchomp right there. I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. Let me go ahead and run towards him so I can just get my light screen reflex off. But he's running towards somebody else, I guess the Greninja, just so he could go ahead and get a Swords Dance off and almost kill. Not kill. He Swords Danced and Thunderfanged and did nothing. I get both my screens up. I'm chilling. I see a Dragonite there. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. Let me go ahead and Calm Mind up, see what he does. He E-speeds Clefable. I go in trying to Dazzling Gleam, get a kill off, but he switches out just in the nick of time into his Ampharos, which was a pain. So I walk around. I wait a little bit. I see the Dragonite come out. I'm, you know, like, do it again, you know. And then he seems like he's like, oh, yep, I see that guy. I'm just gonna walk away because I can outrun a Dazzling Gleam. That's the only move it gets because Pokemon doesn't want to give Audino Moonblast. I don't know why. Just give more fairy types Moonblast, please. I see those two dragons fight each other. I thought I could get something out of there. I really could not. You can see how small that AoE is. Like, I mean, in comparison to Audino's size, it's actually relatively big, which makes me think if I had a Alpha Audino, it'd probably be way bigger. So I see the Flowway, Light of Ruin, and miss everybody, and then I just, you know, Flare Blitz it, Thunder Punch the Ampharos, dies, get 2 points easy for free. Everybody else has 1. I'm in the lead right now. I noticed that there's a Metagross there. I hit him with Dark Pulse, does a good amount of damage. If I hit the second one, would have killed. I Ice Beam, clipped the Garchomp, and then I thought I hit the Dragonite, which I guess I did, but, you know, always just does what he does best. I get hit by Ice Beam by the Clefable and I actually get frozen, which annoyed the hell out of me. So I go ahead, I get the light screen up just so I can, you know, tank some more Clefable hits, but he obviously didn't want any smoke. I got hit by something. I think it was the Flowway. I don't know what it was, but I took a big chunk of damage. I hit the Reflect up. He heavy slams me. I barely live. I can't do anything else. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I'm just going to run away. He explodes, which is an interesting strategy to just kill yourself and get a reset instead of having to give anybody else a point. I walk into a Thunder and then I die thinking that I wasn't going to, you know, hit the Thunder area in time because why would I, you know, like he says, since Audino's so slow anyways for everything else, why would I be able to actually get hit by that? He switches into his Clefable into the Light of Ruin, which actually hurts him a lot. My Dazzling Gleam does not do nearly as much damage as that Light of Ruin did. I Calm Mind up. I see whatchamacallit in the back, Metagross, and then he explodes, and I'm like, no, let's go ahead and Mega Evolve right now, so I'm not dealing with any demons for no reason. The Clefable gets the HP increase. I realize, okay, it's 3, 2, 2, 3. I need to make sure I get a kill solidified, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose or we're gonna tie, right? So I see Metagross switch out into Dragonite. I get a plus Ice Beam off, knocking him out. Clawitzer, Emboar, both the GOATs in this video. I mean, Audino did get 2 kills as well, but these guys just confirmed kills. We had 4 seconds left on the clock. I got hit by that Floette, but it wasn't enough to make sure that they got the win, and I ended up getting the win overall. So like I said, Audino is not a terrible Pokemon in this game. It just needs a little bit more support, and honestly, it's probably just better as a support. But you know, with support Pokemon, you don't really get a lot of buffs from Mega Evolving. It doesn't really do you any favors. You might as well Mega Evolve the Pokemon that's gonna be doing the damage rather than the Pokemon that is, you know, supporting everybody else. Now, if there was abilities in this game and it did have like an ability like Healer in this game, it might actually be relatively good, you know. But it's just how it is, I guess. You know, we all have to have a Pokemon that's dog water, I guess. I guess that's like a requirement by the Pokemon company. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to be the end of today's video. I know it's a very, very short video in relation to the other ones. I do have other videos I have to record before I end up, you know, going away for a little bit on a vacation. Not really a vacation. It's just I want to take a little bit of a break, because uploading videos every day and recording videos every day can get very, very exhausting. This video is also going to be coming out late, so if you are watching it, it's probably gonna be coming out later than the other ones, but you know, you're still gonna be watching it, so there's no issue there. Anyways, with that being the case, if you guys enjoy the video today, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, all that good stuff, etc. We're trying to hit 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I want to try to make that reality, okay? And with that being said, if you guys have any Pokemon that you want to be used in the next video, let me know. The next video is actually going to be Chandelure. So if you are a fan of Mega Chandelure, I will be using that one in the next one. And we will be shiny hunting for the first time, because I just got the shiny charm finally on, I believe, Monday. You will probably see a notification for that go up very soon in your sub box. So like I said, if you stay subscribed and all that good stuff, we're going to be shiny hunting, maybe do some online battles, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. With that being the case though, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.